So, yun, welcome back sa ating last module, which is module 7. It's all about risk management techniques. So, I hope may natutunan kayo doon sa module 6 natin about chasing, choosing which strategy we should apply for forex trading. Don't worry kasi I know wala pa kayong strategy na kukuha na dapat niyong gawin, which is ituturo ko after this module, which is i-walk through ko kayo about the strategy, ICT. So, ituturo ko yun after this module kasi basic pa lang muna tayo. And so, huwag na natin patagalin pa, and let's go to our next module, which is risk management. So, module 7. So, bakit nga ba meron tayong risk management? What is risk management? Understanding the risk-reward ratio. So, wait muna. Tanong muna natin, bakit may risk management? So, it's very easy and it's very simple. Bakit meron tayong risk management? It's because ayaw natin na magwaldas lang ng pera sa pag-trade. Kailangan natin meron tayong risk management para i-sustain yung pera natin at hindi masunog agad. Hindi tayo nag-trade para lang maubusan ng pera. Nag-trade tayo para umita. And more importantly, trading is all about securing your capital. Not all are making profits. Kasi lahat sa trading is natatalo. Kahit ako, natatalo ako. So, understanding risk and reward ratio. The risk and reward ratio is a crucial metric used in finance and investing to compare the potential profit of an investment with its potential loss. It helps investors and traders assess the attractiveness of a trader or investment by qualifying how much risk they are taking for each unit of potential reward. A lower ratio generally indicates a more favorable trade as it suggests a high potential reward for a given amount of risk. Meaning, they can calculate how much money or how much capital you are willing to raise. So that's why you should have the risk and reward ratio. You need to calculate based on what ratio you are doing, which or anong ratio yung ginagamit mo, or 1:1 ba or 1:2. So mostly in trading, we mostly use 1:1 and 1:2. Some people are using 1:3, but sa 1:3, ano lang kasi hindi masyadong ginagawa. Yung iba nga nag 1:5. Depende sa kanila kung greedy sila or wala silang rules or wala silang sinasunod na rules sa kanilang pag-trade at walang exact risk management. So, take profit lang sila ng take profit or ano man dyan, or loss ng loss. Inaano yung mga stop loss nila. So, risk and reward ratio, meaning yung makikita mo, yung naririnig mo, which is 1:1. That is called ratio and proportion. And 1:1, 1:2, yung mga ganun. So, risk and reward ratio, meaning potential loss and potential gain. The risk-reward ratio is calculated by dividing the potential loss by risk and by the potential profit, or loss or risk by the potential profit is reward. Ganito kasi yan. Pag nag-trade tayo, kunyari, nagbabay tayo. So, make sure, pag meron kang kapital na $100, make sure, i-risk mo dyan is only 5% of your capital, which is $5. $5 lang yung ano mo, i-risk mo, and then you will take profit around $10. Or you can say 11 or 12 is still acceptable. So, entry price, ganun yun ang risk and reward ratio. Ganun lang yung gagawin. Kahit ano pang mga explanation ng i-explain sa'yo, ang explanation pa yung mga i-discuss, is magko-conclude pa rin na risk and reward ratio is ganun lang. And how you manage your risk depends on you. Kaso nga lang, tao lang tayo, is ginagambling natin yung pagde-trade. Kaya, if you don't have risk management in trading, so you are doing gambling. You're not doing business. So treat trading, you should treat trading as a business, not a gambling. So entry price, the price at which the investment is bought or sold. Yung entry price is yun yung execute mo sa market. Buy ba or sell. So yun yung entry price mo. Stop loss level, the price of which position will be closed to limit potential. The difference between the entry price and the stop loss level represents the potential loss. So, meron tayong stop loss, which is potential loss mo. Kung ano lang yung kaya mong ipatalo o willing kang mawala to make uh, the amount of profit also. Not equivalent, but yung sinasabi nga natin, meron tayong 1:2, not only 1:1. So, stop loss is yung okay lang sa'yo na mawala. Next, we have take profit, which is your profit. That's why we also call target price or TP or take profit. It's up to you what you will call it. The price at which a position will be closed to realize profit. The difference between an entry price and take profit level represents the potential gain, which is also called reward. So, ganun lang kasimple guys, intindihin kung ano yung take profit, ano yung stop loss. The importance and application. This example, meron tayong example. This means for every $1 at risk, the investor stands to gain $2. So that's it. We call 1:2. For example, if an investor buys a stock at $100, set a stop loss at 95. So if nahihit na yung yung stop loss mo 95 sa halagang 95, which is it will be automatic loss kasi nakaset na yun sa'yo, nakaset na yun, or depende kung yung manual mo ikaw magko-close or isiset mo as a stop loss. Meron kasi tayo nasiset sa ating MetaTrader 5 and also take profit, and a take profit at 110. So ang ginagawa dito for a trade for $100 capital is nag-trade tayo uh, ng stocks, and then make sure yung loss lang natin, yung kaya lang natin i-loss is $5, and then take profit should be $10. So that meron tayong break even. Next, potential loss for $100 should be $5. And then potential gain for $100 should be $110. Risk and reward ratio is 5 is equals to 10, which is 0.5 or 1, 0.5 or 1:2. So, mas naiintindihan natin yung 1:2. Ito. Meron pala akong cursor. Sorry, hindi ko na. I hope naintindihan nyo naman yung sinasabi ko. So, meron tayo dito, 100. Make sure yung loss mo lang dyan is $5. Hindi pwede $10, $20, tapos kumita ka lang ng $10 and then yung stop loss mo is 20. So lugi ka pa rin kahit na nag-risk ka ng 20 tapos take profit mo lang is 10. So lugi ka, wala kang break even dun. What if na stop loss yun? So $20 yung mawawala sa'yo. So ganun yung risk management. Then next, limitation. So dapat may limitation tayo sa pag-trade. Trade selection, it helps investors filter out trades where the potential risk outweighs the potential rewards. Even if the probability of success is high, a common guideline for many traders is to seek trades with a risk and reward ratio of 1:2 or better, meaning ratio of 0.5 or less. 0.5, don't mind the 0.5. It will only make you confused. Pero kung mas matalino kayo, it's okay. You just mind it. Through this can vary based on trading strategy and risk tolerance. So, ganito. Sa limitations, so dito makikita natin sa explanation is even though meron ka ng risk and reward ratio, maganda yung trades mo, uh, but maganda yung trades mo, hindi pwedeng trade ka lang ng trade kasi you don't know is sa sobra mong pag-trade, uh, maging confident ka masyado, baka ibahin mo na yung rules mo for risk management, baka mag-gambling ka na. So make sure meron tayong limitation. And then the definition about this one is a common guideline for my trader is to seek trades with a risk and reward ratio 1:2 better or better. So meaning every trade should be only 1:2 is much better. So this can be based trading strategy and risk tolerance. Kasi pag sinusunod mo yung trading, yung risk management mo na yan is parang hindi ka matatakot mag-trade kasi maliit lang yung kontrolado mo yung pera mo, kontrolado mo kung ilan mong malulos mo kahit sa 3 trades mo, sa tatlong trades mo is naka 1:2 ka. So make sure sa 3 trades mo, kung natalo ka, so you only lost $15 around the 3 trades. So if you win with the 3 trades, napanalo yung tatlong trades mo, so you will win $30. So that's the difference between merong risk management tsaka wala risk management. I hope naintindihan niyo yung explanation ko. I hope it's very clear. So next, risk management ito yung pinaka-meaning. So by predefining stop loss and take profit levels. So nakasit up na yung stop loss at take profit mo into the ratio. The ratio encourages disciplined risk management and helps prevent emotional decision making. It forces investors to consider their downside before entering a trade. So for example, nag-trade ka, tapos hindi ka sure sa trade mo. As long as naka-risk management ka, nakaset up na yung order mo, which is meron ng stop loss at profit, hindi ka na mag-aatubiling mag-iibang decision or hindi ka na matatakot kasi ka na, secured na yung mo, matalo man or panalo, at least kontrolado mo yung pera mo. Unless, kung wala kang control, tapos indecisive ka pa, tapos kinakabahan ka pa sa trade mo, wala kang risk management, so magkakaroon talaga tayo ng problema, which is masusunog yung capital mo. So advantage nito kung meron kang risk management, if you follow risk management is hindi ka matatakot mag-trade ng mag-trade kasi nakamanage yung capital mo, which is safe at hindi gambling yung ginagawa mo. So you treat your capital as a business. You treat trading as a business, not a gambling. And yun, huwag kang masyadong overtrading, huwag mo masyadong lakihan mga positions mo, huwag mong damihan yung positions mo kahit meron ka ng risk management, because make sure you need to secure first your capital before your profit. So position sizing. So dito tayo sa position sizing. So understanding the risk per trade allows investors to determine appropriate positions sizes, ensuring that no single loss significantly impacts their overall capital. So, make sure na alam nyo rin kung paano kayo ilang units yung trade nyo, which is lot sizing. Make sure yung lot sizing nyo should be computed or calculated based on your capital and based on your risk management, percentage of the risk management and the capital. It should be equivalent, like 1:1, 1:1, or 1:2. And then, if you pag nilagay mo 1:1 naka-risk ka, tapos yung lot sizing mo or unit order mo sa currency is naka 1 lot size ka. Meaning, sa 100 capital mo, per Pipstone is $10. So, hindi ka makakapag risk management. manage sa risk mo. Kasi per pips, $16. So if you want only 1 pip per dollar, $1 per pip, you should decrease your unit size para makontrol mo yung position sizing mo. So make sure alamin nyo yung position sizing. At don't worry, kasi i-explain ko pa lang masyado yan pagdating sa actual. Pagpunta na natin sa actual. Para naman malaman nyo yung pag-compute nito. Ay, hindi naman siya as in computed, completely calculated. It's based only sa kung gaano kalaki yung capital mo. Or yung sa position sizing, dapat maliit lang, maliit. Kung maliit yung capital mo. Pag sumusunod ka sa mo sa risk management naman institute or example 100 capital ka lang, make sure na per pips or make sure yung unit size mo, position sizing mo is around 0.01 only. 0.01 is the best lot size for position sizing. Kasi dun nakokontrol mo yung pera mo kasi maliit lang yung risk dun. Hindi masyadong high risk yun. Then, strategy evaluation. Over time, analyzing the average risk and reward ratio of a trading strategy combined with its win rate can provide insights into its overall profitability. A strategy with a low win rate might still be profitable if its average risk and reward ratio is very favorable. Kahit na maliit lang yung profits mo every trades, it is more better than winning big trades in only one time, big time. It's not good. Make sure if you are consistent, profitable, even though maliit lang yung kita mo, which is $5 per trade, that's much better than winning big trades. Kasi kontrolado mo yung feelings mo. Wala ka masyadong hindi ka niloloko ng market dyan. Yung emotions mo is very stable. Walang halong exciting, walang halong kalungkutan o happiness. Magiging masaya ka. Hindi mo masyadong mapipil kasi yung consistency yung hinahabol mo, which is securing the capital and then making profits little by little. So you are doing compounding, which is more better than doing flipping or big trades. At mostly, hindi natin maiiwasan. Pag alam natin paano mag-trade is nag-flip tayo, which is tinatry natin i-flip yung $100 into $1,000, which is very hard to do. Meron namang nakagawa nun, which is tsambahan, or kahit tatlong beses na nagawa yun. Like me, yung $20 ko ginawa kong $500, which is I did it 3 times, and then tsambahan lang yun kasi piniflip ko lang, hindi ako nagsusunod sa so tinry ko yung gambling strategy, which is very dangerous kasi masusunog lang talaga pera mo. So that's it. That's all for position sizing. So for the strategy evaluation. So let's move on to our next slide. Conclusion. So profitability of success. The ratio does not account for probability of a trade succeeding. A large with a fantastic 1:10 risk ratio or 0.1 might still be poor trade if its probability of success is extremely low. So it means it doesn't count extremely low. It must be used in conjunction with the win rate analysis. So even though naka-risk management ka, pero yung mga trades mo is hindi maganda, hindi sakto, or mali yung mga hindi goods yung mga entry mo, is wala pa rin mangyayari even though naka-risk management ka. Kasi it will be all loss. So it's no use. Make sure alam mo din kung paano mag-position ng magagandang trades. at magantay sa mga tamang trades. So market volatility. So meron tayong market volatility which means volatile. Yung masyadong magalaw yung market. So stop loss and take profit can be hit. So it's easy to be hit. Ang stop loss natin is mas madaling na hit pag volatile yung market. At masyadong magalaw kasi wala siyang direction. Pag volatile ang market, iwas tayo doon. Masyadong delikado at mahirap i-trade. So dynamic markets, target price and stop loss levels may need to be adjusted as market conditions change, making the initial ratio less relevant over time. Dynamic markets, hindi ko target price and stop loss levels need to be adjusted as market. It depends on the condition of the markets also. If the markets are very volatile or no, always ranging, and then yung trends niya is pabaliktad, hindi wala siyang continuation pattern na siya uptrend, ganun, biglang nag-change direction. So make sure you adjust yourself also, not only setting up your positions. You need to adjust your position. Pag may kumita ka na nito, kumita ka na ng okay, tapos hindi pa na-hit yung stop loss mo, tapos nakikita mo niya yung market is, mag-a-against sa'yo, exit ka na. Huwag mo nang sundin yung nakaset na sa'yo. So, pag talaga nakikita mo against na yung market sa'yo, exit and then entry again. O kung gusto mo sundin yung nakaset na take profit more stop loss. So, up to you. You are in the market, the dynamic market. Make sure you know how to adjust. If there's a wave or if there's over, pag merong malalaking alon, make sure na adaptable ka sa market. That's the only thing that you need to be prepared, is to become adaptable. You need to adjust for it. Not the market will adjust to you. Next, slippage. So the actual execution price of stop loss or take profit order may differ from intended level, especially in the fast-moving markets, leading to slightly different actual risk and rewards. So meron tayong tinatawag na slippage, but mostly slippage is nangyayari lang yung pag mataas yung spread, which is yun nga, hindi exact yung entry price mo na ini-execute mo. So, iwas din tayo dyan sa mga malalaki yung spread. The risk-reward ratio is indispensable metric for any investor or trader aiming to make informed decisions and manage risks effectively. Yun. Yung yung paggagawa yung pagsunod natin sa risk management is will lead us to, can help us to avoid yung mga pangit na galawan sa market. Na-avoid natin yung mga galawan sa pangit na galawan, which is hindi tayo kabado kung ano mang mangyari kasi nakaset na sa atin na ito yung malulos ko, ito yung take profit ko, whatever happens, I will not doing indecisive things, or I will not change my decision kung nag-buy man ako or nag-sell. So, we are fully prepared whatever happens kasi meron na tayong risk management. So, there's no need to have problem with that. So, there's no need to be, how to say, no need to be panicked if there's the market condition is against you. So, setting up the stop loss and take profit orders. What are stop loss and take profit orders? So, as I said, stop loss and take profit orders is basic only. Stop loss is is the money that you are willing to lose, and take profit is stop loss is the money that you are willing to risk in order to gain which is what we call take profit. So then are essential. Okay, let's read only just read the description. Stop loss and take profit orders and are essential tools for managing risk. As I said kanina, ito yung ginagamit natin for risk management. So, understandable na to. Stop loss order is an instruction to a broker to automatically sell security if its price reaches a predetermined level, which is pag naset mo na yung stop loss mo. Okay, may pakita ko sa inyo yung ano yung stop loss.